The ball is firmly in your court. 2 games to go.
I
All you
like
got,
what you've done there. You've gone to tennis. Last week you were golf. So you've
uh,
gone to tennis. You've found a different sport now.
right in your court though. Basically, you're looking at it. 2 games to go. All you have to do is beat or match or beat what Queens Park do to win the league. Can't be any easier than that, surely.
We're just concentrating on ourselves. Like I say, we have no control over any other games or anybody else's games that we're not involved in. We can only concentrate on the games that and have an influence on the games that we're involved in, and that's obviously Friday night first and foremost, and that's where we're at.
3 points on the board. Then it's what we're looking at Friday night.
Well, it's just no different to the first game of the season, to the second game, to the 31st. We've got to try and beat the opposition.
To be fair, when the draw was coming out of the computer at the start of the season, you could never have envisaged this sort of end to the season coming around. It obviously makes such a highlight of how exciting this league has been since day one, right the way through to the end.
Oh, listen, there's so many teams that, the permutations are not just with ourselves, there's other people in terms of what can happen in the playoffs, teams just outside the playoffs that can get in the playoffs, and obviously you've got the teams at the bottom fighting it out as well. It's an incredible league, especially this season, and it's exciting for all the supporters of all the clubs involved.
Anything from Dundee we should expect to see over the next 2 games that are different to what's happened before?
No, not unless you're telling me someone's arriving and going to be turning up and playing as a guest for us. I can't imagine there is, unless you can tell me. No, Messi's not decided to turn down and come and play as a guest. No,
Not yet. Not yet. You mentioned about the atmosphere and ambience that the gaffer has created since you've come in. You're not the first player who's said that. Every player that we've spoken to so far this season has said what it's like in that change. What do you put that down to, that atmosphere and ambience has been created in that changing room through there?
I just think that's credit to him as a manager and as a person. Not only is he good on the training pitch and gives good advice whilst we're out there, but psychologically as well, he's good in believing in what can be done in the mind and what can be relaxed in players and keeping that positivity within the group. And I think it's shown throughout the whole season. Obviously, I only came in January, but as soon as I come in, it was like a relaxed environment. He wanted to keep everyone positive. There's been no negativity in the group whatsoever, and everyone's bought into that. And I think that's the main reason why we've had such a good season.
How important is that positivity of the players themselves? It's not just the manager who's leading the way, but the players themselves are embracing this whole thing.
Yeah, it's massive, especially when you have setbacks in the season. You need that positivity within the group, and fair play to the lads as well. There's some players in the team that will buy into that and keep the lads going as well. It could have been easy for us after the Inverness game to feel sorry for ourselves, obviously not coming away with the 3 points, but Gaffer was quick to say, look, that's gone now, you can't affect the past. All we've got to look forward to now is Friday and put all the positives that we've had in this run that we've been on and go out there and show it again on Friday.
How does your time at Dundee compare with the other achievements that you've had so far within your career, and is this probably the highest that you've felt with it?
Yeah, I've been in the same situation before with my promotion with Cambridge. We only needed 1 point from three or four games, I think, and we lost like 2 or 3 of them going into the last game. So we needed 1 point in our last game of the season, and luckily we obviously won that 3-0. But I can relate to that as well in the situation that I find myself in now, and it's normal to feel some nerves going into these games, knowing what could be. But again, I'll go back to the gaffer and the environment that he creates. He keeps us level-headed and keeps us focused on the hand.